We are live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. So come on in, y'all. Pull up a chair. I'm going to give everybody just a couple seconds for Facebook to send out the notification, and then we'll just jump right on it. Let me see where my little devotion book is here. Get that out, get that all ready. Pick that cup up off the floor. All right, here we go. Let me get twisted around here, y'all. Oh, let's see. Sometimes I forget to do this comment moderation. Let me get that fixed up on YouTube real quick so we don't have any trolls. I can get the trolls off of YouTube. All right. All right. Thank you, Star. She's moderating over on YouTube for me tonight, which she's usually always over there on YouTube doing that. All righty. Hello, everybody. Let's see, we're getting it up there really quick here. It is Monday. Monday, the beginning of the week. I did not get a whole lot accomplished today. Got a little bit accomplished, but not a whole lot. I mostly stayed in the house scrolling on my phone. That's such a big time waster, but I just sat around and looked at stuff all day. I did get some clothes washed up. The house is clean. I did cook some today, so I did a little bit. Cooked us some potato soup for lunch. And oh, if you have not seen the potato soup video that I just posted probably about an hour ago, go out and look at that because it has a comment out there. It's one of the stupidest comments. I don't know any other word to put it there except stupid. The stupidest comment I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I get a doozy of comments, y'all, but this one takes the cake. And I just left it there just to show, how ridiculous something like this sounds. I don't know if I started to ask the woman, did she fall and bump her head today? So y'all have to go and see if you've seen that crazy comment or not. But anyhow, we are good. See, Dreama, yeah, I see you on here tonight. We did get that last chicken in tonight. So that's all good. All the chickens are in. Everybody was accounted for today. Let's see what else is going on. Tony ran down to Trevor's to take something down to Trevor, but I went ahead and stayed home because I knew I wouldn't get back in time for fireside. So he did that this evening. He should be pulling up any minute on his way back home. Kay said she just finished watching that video and people are cray-cray. Yeah, y'all go check that comment out. That, it's a comment on the potato soup video, not the picture, but the video. Tony's doing all right today. He had a bad weekend. We've been trying to get in touch. We sent a message to the kidney doctor today, but we did not hear back from the kidney doctor. So they usually call right back, so they might have not been in the office today or something. I don't know. But anyhow, he was able to accomplish a lot today. He was working in his garage today. He actually was straightening up and got some stuff done. So he felt pretty good about doing all that today. He came up and we ate lunch together today. And then, yeah, Margaret, that's the one. Margaret's over on YouTube. Talitha said, that's just ridiculous. Y'all, I don't even know what to think about some comments like that. Who would tell somebody that when they don't know us personally? I mean, they see a few minutes of a day, and I don't show Tony a whole lot anymore. Uh, he doesn't like to be on here much, and uh, he doesn't feel good the majority of the time. So I don't even fool with trying to get him to come on here anymore. This my page. Y'all see him sometimes. He used to come on a little bit more with me and all that. He doesn't do that anymore. Doesn't want to. So I don't force anybody to come on. I just turn the camera on and he does his thing and I do my thing. But that don't mean you don't love nobody. If y'all know what I did for that man every single day, y'all would say she must love him. Oh, but yeah, some people are just downright ignorant. That's right, Margaret. Uh, Tony got to see Jace tonight. Jace went to a pumpkin patch today with Brooke and his mom. The little preschool went to the pumpkin patch today, and they invited me, but I said, nah, I don't want to go to another pumpkin patch. We just went to one, so I said, especially with a bunch of daycare kids, y'all just go on, have fun with them. Oh, oh no, Terry Clark says she has, oh, Terry and Pam Clark said she has shingles. Oh no. If you missed the comment, go back and check out the video. It is the potato soup video from today. But anyhow, I didn't block the woman yet. I was waiting to see for her to answer me and let me know, did she fall and bump her head or something? Then I might block her. I don't know. Oh, okay. Tony does not do dialysis yet. He has been heading that direction for a long time. And we think it's getting very close because how sick he's been lately. So I did try my new vacuum. I got my new vacuum hooked up yesterday, and I didn't read the whole book and everything yet. I don't know. It's got a remote control. I think you're supposed to program it with an app. I didn't do all that. I plugged it in the wall, charged it, and just let her go. And that little crazy thing was going all over this house, and I was following it around. And I'd hear it bump into stuff, and I'm like, uh-oh, let me go see. I got to pick something up and do that. So it was fun. It has not cleaned anything today, so I guess that I'm supposed to program it to do something, and I haven't done any of that yet. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Lois Pittman. Some people think because Tony and I, we married late in life, and he had his stuff going on, I had my stuff going on. And sometimes we meet in the middle and do stuff together, but at this point in our life, I let him do his motorcycle stuff and he lets me do my traveling. And that's what I like, is to travel. He likes motorcycles, so if he wants to go on a motorcycle trip or whatever, I don't like to ride motorcycles. He don't like to travel too much. He's more of a stay-at-home body. So he enjoys just being here messing with his bike. So we do take vacations together every once in a while. We just went to Sturgis together for a week. Last year, I think we went to Alaska, or the year before. One of them years we went to Alaska on a cruise. So we've traveled some here and there, but we don't, I tell people I live with him 24 hours a day. I don't need to vacation with him too, right? That's my break when I get to go on a vacation. But he don't like to do some of the stuff I like to do, and I definitely don't like to do some of the stuff he likes to do. which he only likes motorcycle stuff. But I'm glad that we I'm glad we have our own interest, because if he's dead and gone, I can carry on. If I'm dead and gone, he can carry on. That's how it should be, not have somebody, right on top of you 24 hours a day where you can't function if they're not here. I never wanted that. I never want to be like where I can't function if somebody was to disappear, if you know what I mean. So anyhow, yeah, Shirley was the chicken that died in the coop a while back. She sure was. She was one of the oldest. I had two old chickens, Shirley and the other one, whatever her name was. Oh. Cindy says, Pam, you are right. Live your own life separate and together. That's exactly what we do. So I have been at the track. When he raced, he doesn't race anymore, but I went to the track plenty of times. Let's see, when dialysis starts, things will change. Danny, what do you mean by that? I don't know a whole lot about dialysis. All they ask him is, you want to do it at home or at the center? And he said, I'd rather do it at home. And that's all the information we have so far. Does Lucy miss Shirley? Nope. Once you have a whole flock of chickens, they rearrange their flock and their pecking order within that flock. So it's just when you add and take away. From a flock that they have to get, used to it. Let's see, Star. I think Star was Star the one that I read that you lost your fur baby today? Sometimes I can't remember exactly who tells me what because I get so many messages. But let's see. Oh, the other chicken name was Laverne. Well, Laverne and Shirley was a long time ago. Laverne died a long time ago. Yeah, Tony wants to do the dialysis that you do at home where they use the lining of your stomach and they pump in fluids. If you go to the center, from what I understand, they take your blood out and they clean it and then they put the blood right back in you. Now what he's going to have is the one at home. You do it overnight at home. And you put in, it's this like look like sort of like saline or something. It's like a clear liquid goes into your stomach, swishes it around and comes back out. Something like that. I don't know, y'all. It's a little bit it's two completely different kind of dialysis. So I don't know that much about. We are going to learn as we go along. That's all I know. All right. Oh, Faye is watching my videos from Calabash, North Carolina. That's where my niece Lisa Lang lives. She lives I think she lives right in Calabash, somewhere right around there. Okay, yes, it was Star that buried her little fur baby today. Yeah, you're saying he'll get weak, and he's already weak and he's already tired, y'all. He is not in bed right now. He was on his way home from Trevor's house. He ran down to Trevor's house to drop something off or something, I'm not sure. And something he was giving Trevor, he had to take the truck and take it down there to him. but he should be getting home any minute now. He's probably listening to me in the truck as he's driving. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Y'all do remember Rebecca Crowfoot? I don't know if she's on tonight. She's been pretty sick. I think she told me she needed a back surgery and they had to cancel it because she was sick with something else. So she's got a lot of medical problems. So y'all remember Rebecca Crowfoot? I didn't see her on here tonight, so I don't know if she's on here or not. All right. Yeah, a lot of people told me they have family members on the dialysis that you do at home, and it worked out good for them. So we'll just see how it goes. Okay. Y'all haven't seen Miss Kitty or Tom lately. Tom was here. Let's see, Miss Kitty, she's out and about. She's a hunter. She's out and about. And Tom was outside today, and he come over. He's already had his treats. Sometimes he comes 2 or 3 times to get treats. He's a fat cat, y'all. I try not to give them to him more than twice, though. But I'll try to capture them some tomorrow, maybe. All right, tonight, let's go ahead and get the devotion on here while we got a bunch on here, and then I'll talk some more, okay? Oh, Star's little doggy was a Shih Tzu. That's what my mom had, was a little Shih Tzu. Do I feel rested up? Yeah, I feel good. I feel good all day today. I even got in there on the computer and was able to get some of my computer work done. Mailed out another birdhouse today. I think I'm down to only having 2 birdhouses. So if you want a birdhouse, let me know and I'll send you a picture of what I have left. I think I only have 2 left. All right, tonight, Jonah chapter 4. The Lord said, should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh? How could God possibly care about all these people? The thought hit me as I stepped off a busy train platform in a crowded city thousands of miles from home. I was a teenager traveling abroad for the first time, and I was overwhelmed by the size of the world around me. I felt small by comparison and wondered how God could love so many people. I had yet to understand the broad reach of God's perfect love. In Scripture, the prophet Jonah couldn't fathom this either. When Jonah finally obeyed God's call to preach repentance to the city of Nineveh, the capital of the brutal Assyrian empire that had oppressed his native Israel, Jonah didn't want God to forgive them. But the city did repent, and when God didn't destroy them, Jonah was angry. God provided shelter for Jonah through a fast-growing plant, but then took his shade away, which angered him all the more. Jonah complained, but God responded, you have been concerned about this plant, and should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, in which there are more than 120,000 people? God's so great that he's able to care deeply for those who are far from him. His love goes to the lengths of the cross and empty tomb of Jesus to meet our ultimate need. His greatness manifests itself in goodness, and he longs to draw us near. How does it comfort you to know God cares for you? Huh? And how will you respond to his love? All right, well, that's the little devotion for tonight. I was live today at the coop, so if you missed that video, I didn't put just a quick little clip of the egg gathering today. I actually went down there and went live and walked around and showed the pretty fall colors and just hung out at the coop doing all that. Danny said he's been on dialysis for 4 years. Danny, did I hear you say the other day you were waiting on trying to get a kidney transplant? Okay, have you heard from the lady whose son needed a wheelchair? Yes. They got it all done, and the man called me and thanked me personally for doing this for him. So I did hear from his mother, and then she she told him what I did, of course, and all that. And then she gave him my number, and he called me and thanked me personally for doing that for him. So thank each and every one who sent money for the man in the wheelchair. And I think we raised $3,100. I was trying to raise 4,000. So if you still wanted to give and you didn't get to, it's not too late. You can still mail it in to me, and I will still forward it on. I'll probably wait and gather up one last gather and send it on. So just mail me a check or cash or whatever you want to do, or PayPal or Zelle, and put in there that it's for the wheelchair, and so I'll get it to the right thing. We're not doing any more fundraising that I know of. I don't know of anything else coming up the rest of the year. I usually do the water well in January, and we'll see next January if we do a water well. But that's usually what my fundraiser is, unless something pops up that I feel like I need to help somebody. Let's see here. Jackie's already telling everybody good night. Yeah, how old was your dog, Star? I missed that. I think she was pretty old. My mom had that little Shih Tzu, and she got it as a puppy, and she loved that thing to death. And I can't remember. It lived to be quite a long time, but I can't remember now how old it was. And then something happened to it. Do I have any trips planned for the fall and the winter? Not really. You never know, but we're kind of waiting on to hear about Tony and his what they're going to do. They're trying to wait as long as possible before they start him on dialysis. So we're just waiting with all that. Yeah, if y'all have not followed Water for Nations, please go out and like their page or follow their page. They are finally up to 6,000, I think, and 200 people. They're trying to really get up to the 10,000 mark. But it's very interesting. They don't post that often, so you will not get bombarded with posts. But when they are digging the wells, it is so exciting. I just really wanted to be there today when I was watching those videos. They went to a new village. You could see Mount Kilimanjaro in the background, and the people are always so happy and so friendly and so appreciative to get that water. Can you imagine when you have to walk miles and miles and miles to get whatever kind of water you can out of a dirty creek or something, and then all of a sudden you have access to clean water, anytime you want it, you just walk there and get it with your donkey. They still have to walk a little ways, maybe a mile or two, but nothing like 6, 7, 8 miles like they was. And they have to go every day and get water, and it's the women's job to get the water. So, yeah, Linda Evans said the faces are priceless. So if you haven't seen that video today, they were getting about, I think, 100 gallons a minute. I mean, this well was explosive, and it's going to provide water for that community for a real long time. And it just changes the community, because then they can plant their gardens, they can water their gardens. The livestock, y'all, the dogs. Some of the dogs over there, I tried not to really get them on video because they were so skinny and so they were pitiful looking, y'all. And I really tried not to get them much on the camera, but sometimes they were in the background, walking around. But the little dogs, we did see a few cats here and there, but the dogs out in the villages were just pitiful looking. I guess they just don't get much food. I don't guess anything gets much food, and they didn't have access to clean water either, but now they will, um, the animals, even if they can't get food, if they can have, a lot of water every day, they can still keep on getting it. But the smiles on their faces today at the well site where they were at it was priceless. They were so excited. And, oh, Liz says the people's reaction to the water brought tears. So please go out and share their video, y'all. Go out to their page and share as many of their videos as possible. Ask your friends and family, please go and like this page. Let's try to get them up to that 10,000. I'm going to keep looking at it every day and see if we can't get it. I mean, we got 1,000 people on here right now. If each one of y'all just went out to Water for Nations, that's what it's called, Water for Nations. I posted the link on my page today. I shared their video on my page. Just go out there and just click the little follow button. Doesn't cost you anything to do it. And like I said, they only usually post when they're at a well site and when they've hit water, and they'll show the people and stuff. And it'll just bless your heart just to see that. The name of the page is Water for, F-O-R, Nations. Water for Nations. And somebody go out to that page and see how many followers they got right now. They did have 6.2. I know a lot of y'all follow them because when I raised money a couple years ago, a lot of y'all went out there and joined them, and I see a lot of you commenting. They'll go live every once in a while, and a few people comment, and they get to know your names because they don't have that many followers, so your names really stand out over there for them. But anything you saw today, please share that video. Go back to their page and share it and say, this is a great cause. If anybody wants to give, they can give directly. They can post or anything. Somebody said, I couldn't go there as a missionary and eat big meals knowing the people need the food. Y'all, don't even make comments like that because that irritates me. Those people, somebody said, well, look at you all eating pizza and they're eating rice. That's what their diet is, y'all. They don't even want the pizza. Tammy tried to get the girls at the Palm to have pizza before. They don't want it. That's not, that's like me going over there and eating goat. I ain't gonna do it because that's not in my diet. Y'all might eat goat, but I don't. But I eat pizza and I eat hamburgers. That's what my diet is. But their diet is rice and beans. And sometimes they get chicken, not a whole lot, but sometimes they have chickens. But they always have rice, beans, ugali, chapati, that's those little tortilla shells. They have stuff like that every day, and that's what they eat, and that's what they like. So don't just, comment when you don't know what you're talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about, y'all, sometimes just stay quiet. Just stay quiet. That's the best thing you can do because it looks bad. If you haven't ever been there and you don't know what goes on, then just stay quiet. Okay? Just stay quiet. But the people there, they don't, they're out in these villages, y'all, and that's what they eat. They do grow some vegetables. They do get potatoes. And they always have like tomatoes. I mean, it's stuff that they can grow, and that's what they eat, and that's what their diet is, they would probably get sick if they ate pizza, because that's not what their diet is. But anyhow, it's all good, y'all. Just, it's different cultures. You got to realize that too. Rice and beans, that's what they're used to eating, Becky says. Yes. And I mean, like us, we're so spoiled. There's no way I could eat rice and beans every day, but I'm not used to it. But I know people from those countries, and that's what they like, and that they can eat it every single day, and that's what their diet is. Somebody says, "Can you please stand up? I like your shirt." This is my friend gave me this. That is the state of West Virginia, and that's where I'm from, is West Virginia. So it was a little cool today, so I put on a sweatshirt. Yeah, those people, they're real appreciative and they're real happy people, y'all. They're not sitting around like us. We're just so spoiled over here. They don't sit around and say, all I had today to eat was rice and beans. Sick of rice and beans. That's what people around here would do. But they're not like that. The little children, they don't go, and they'll be playing all day and you don't hear them say nothing. That one time when we fed them, they give them bread. They just buy loaves of bread, and the kids a lot of times will eat bread, and they drink this little tea stuff called chai tea. And that's what their snack is bread, just a slice of bread. They might give them, we were giving them like 3 and 4 slices of bread when we were feeding the kids over there that day. And we went and bought little bottles. It looked like, they called it juice, but it looked like a little bottle of pop, like there was different colors, orange and different colors. But the little kids, when we handed that out one time, they just, they took whatever flavor you gave them. They just took it and say thank you, and they took their rice and their beans or whatever, thank you, and they go sit down there and eat. And they are the most well-behaved kids I've ever seen in my life. Even the little 2 and 3-year-olds will just sit there in their chair and listen to when you're talking or singing or dancing, and they all took turns doing all that. They're just so well-behaved. They're not brats, and it makes you wonder, like, what did we do to our kids here in America that they're brats? But, they don't fuss and carry on. They just play, and they're happy, and they're smiling. And that one place we went had I think about 200 kids in that room. And it wasn't loud and obnoxious or rude or anything. They were just amazing little kids. And they've never seen, electronics and all that kind of mess, and they didn't really have anything to play with. We took a lot of balls over there to them because they love to play with balls, so we did that. And but they would just laugh and carry on, and they stood in those straight lines, and they would wait for their instructions to how they're going to play the game and cheer each other on, and it was great. But anyhow, if you can, go out there and like that that Facebook page. It's Water for Nations, and share it, and let's try to get their count up for them, just to make more people aware of what they do over there, and that they are going. This is the last well that they're digging for this year. It's the last one they had on schedule, so they won't be, I think the missionaries are coming home on their break for a month or two. Maybe they'll be home a couple months. And then they'll start again, I think, back up in February. They'll start again with more wells. As the money's raised for the wells, that's how this works. And so just... Lois, you're funny. Oh. They do have, I know they have goat and they have chicken because I've seen that. But why do they have to pay to take a shower? They pay to take showers in the slum area, but I think it's only a couple, what we would call a couple pennies. So it's not very much, but you know, they get their water from this water tower and somebody provides this service that they have showers and they have public restrooms in the slums because the slums do not have bathrooms in those little tiny slum houses. So the guy told us you just go down here and take a shower and you can go in and get you a nice shower. And so that's how they get to do that. That's how they can stay clean. I didn't realize that till the guy told us that. I don't know when we're going back again or if I'll go back again. I really like it over there. I really like doing this thing. I like raising money and trying to get a well for another community. You know, it's so little of us what we can do that gives life to this it gives life to a whole community. So I see Joe's on here tonight. Hadn't seen him on here for a while. A lot of times I don't catch all these names going through. All right, that's gonna be it, y'all. We're way past time. I just get to talking, and I just seen heard Tony pull in out there, so he'll be in any minute now. Somebody said hot water, Pam. Hey, they told us when that water goes through those hoses that they lay on the ground, it's so hot over in Africa that it comes out, it's pretty warm. It's pretty hot water when it comes out, so they can take showers right then. It's not like cold water in a well like what we get at our house. Water that comes out of my well is ice cold. Water over there, it comes through there and comes out that because the temperatures are so hot over there. They get really warm water out of them things. All right, good night, everybody. Go and like that page and comment on the page. When you get over to it, say, I came over here from Cooking with Pam Davidson, so I'm going to follow along and see where you all are putting in wells for these precious people. All right, good night, everybody.